See what he wants. What do you want?
I was talking to you about your speed, buddy.
You were just doing 55. You told me to slow down and then you were at 55.
I'm a police officer doing my lawful duty. You were doing 60 miles per hour.
No, I wasn't.
Okay?
No, I wasn't.
Right. You were doing 60 miles per hour clocked on my vehicle, alright?
Alright, prove it then. You got it calibrated.
Have you anything to say about that then?
No, because I wasn't doing 60.
Wasn't you?
Can you identify yourself?
What do you mean to identify myself? I'm in a police vehicle.
Yes, what's your shoulder number?
Sorry?
What is your shoulder number?
What is your name? What is your name? I'm asking you as a police officer, you're driving a vehicle.
Yeah, under what section?
Under what section?
Yeah.
Moving Vehicle Act.
Yeah.
Moving Vehicle Act.
Yeah.
Moving Vehicle Act.
Yeah, what's the Moving Vehicle Act?
You were speeding, buddy.
What Moving Vehicle Act is that?
Speeding.
Before you even hear the first word exchanged in this traffic stop, understand this: what you're about to watch isn't just a roadside argument. It's a live demonstration of how authority, ego, and legal knowledge collide in real time. On one side, you've got a police officer asserting control based on alleged speeding. On the other, a driver who clearly knows enough about the law to ask the right questions, but maybe not in the most diplomatic way. And that's where things get interesting. Because in situations like this, how you say something can matter just as much as what you say. This encounter raises serious questions. What makes a stop lawful? Does an officer need to cite specific legislation on the spot? Where does filming cross into interfering with an investigation? And perhaps most importantly, when does confidence turn into confrontation? Stay locked in, because what starts as a routine stop quickly spirals into a tense standoff fueled by pride, misunderstanding, and escalating frustration. This is exactly the kind of interaction courts later dissect frame by frame, and today, we're doing the same.
I'm talking to you in relation to your speed.
So, Road Traffic Act, what have you stopped me under?
I'm asking you in relation to your speed.
I wasn't speeding.
If that phone becomes any part of this investigation, I will be seizing
No, you won't.
now, okay?
No, you won't. You're not seizing shit.
I will decide that.
Oh, no, you're not seizing shit, man.
Okay. Don't close the window on me.
Yeah, I
I'm
will.
talking
Bye.
to you.
Weirdo. What does this guy want? If this phone becomes part of investigation, what investigation? Are you gonna come out with some smoke, yeah? The door's locked, mate. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
I'm talking to you about your speed.
Okay, what about it?
But you decided to film me.
Yes,
okay?
and just like you're
I'm
filming, you have to let me know you're filming me.
Okay? And I was talking to you.
Right here is where we see the first major fault line forming. The officer alleges speeding, but when challenged to specify the legal basis, the exact legislation, he becomes vague. From a legal standpoint, that's not ideal, but it's also not automatically unlawful. Officers are not required to deliver a courtroom-level legal lecture during a roadside stop. However, the driver's insistence on calibration proof and statutory sections signals a common audit-style tactic: test the officer's composure and knowledge under pressure. The problem? This approach often escalates encounters unnecessarily. Instead of clarifying the reason for the stop, both parties start posturing. The officer leans on authority. The driver leans on technicalities. Neither gives ground. And once ego enters the chat, logic usually exits. This is the moment where calm explanation could have de-escalated everything, but instead, tension tightens.
No, I wasn't.
Okay?
No, I wasn't.
You can argue all your points. I know what I saw.
So what
alright?
Road Traffic
So I
Act?
was discussing
Under what section of the Road
about
Traffic Act?
speed, and you've decided.
Yes.
Okay?
Can you identify yourself, please?
I'm in police uniform with a police vehicle.
You're required to identify yourself.
There is my badge number there, okay?
Is that how you would identify to a judge?
Yes, it is, as I identify myself. Can you identify yourself, please?
Under what section of the Road Traffic Act?
I don't have to do that at the moment.
Yeah,
I've
you do.
stopped you in relation to your
I'll tell you
speed.
my name. I know I'm in a vehicle. I'll give you my name. But under what, I want to know what section of the Road Traffic Act.
Moving Vehicle Act.
What is the Moving Vehicle
Moving
Act?
Vehicle, you're doing speed. I'm asking you under that.
No, that's not an
I'm
act,
asking
mate.
you to identify yourself.
Moving Vehicle
I'm
Act is not an
entitled to ask
act.
you.
No, you are. Until you get the
entitled to ask
section
you.
right, I'm not going to tell you.
You're not going to tell me, okay, bud. I'll just reverse back. I'll do a check on you.
Go on then. What a donut.
This is where the temperature spikes. The officer mentions seizing the phone, and immediately, alarms go off for viewers who know their rights. Recording police in public is generally lawful, provided it doesn't interfere with duties. But notice the language used here: if this phone becomes part of the investigation. That's intentionally broad. Legally speaking, seizure would require reasonable grounds that the device contains evidence of an offense. Simply filming an officer is not enough. However, the officer's statement isn't technically wrong, it's conditional. The driver hears it as a threat. The officer likely sees it as control. This mismatch in perception fuels hostility. Instead of clarifying boundaries, both sides dig in. The officer feels challenged. The driver feels bullied. And once that dynamic locks in, resolution becomes harder.
So he pulled up beside me and he said the speed limit is 50. He pulled up beside me, he said the speed limit is 50. And then he was doing 55. So I pulled up behind him and said, like, slow down. And then he pulled me over. What's moving traffic act? Then he was talking about seizing the phone. So again, listen, 163 of the Road Traffic Act, the police are allowed to stop you. 164 is for the driving license, and 165 is for insurance.
Here we hit a legal stalemate that plays out in countless roadside videos. The driver demands the officer's name and legal section. The officer points to the badge and uniform. From a court perspective, the officer has technically identified himself. A shoulder number and marked vehicle usually satisfy that requirement. But the driver is pushing for verbal confirmation and statutory precision, again, an audit strategy. The officer, meanwhile, refuses to engage on those terms. Why? Because roadside stops aren't legal seminars. Courts repeatedly affirm that officers don't need to cite exact sections mid-stop. Still, refusal to explain breeds distrust. This back and forth creates a loop where neither side feels respected, and progress grinds to a halt.
He's yet to quote any legislation pertaining to the Road Traffic Act, so just going to see where this is going to go. And in the meantime, he said he's going to do a check, so this guy's got an ego, man. But yeah, we'll pick it back up. Alright, he's back. Happy?
Oh yeah, just finished.
Okay. You found out who I am?
You gonna go back to Reading now, are you?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Yeah, bud.
Say again?
It's alright.
Alright, after you.
Ain't too quick.
This explanation right here is the most educational moment of the entire clip. Section 163 of the Road Traffic Act gives police the power to stop vehicles, full stop. No explanation required in that moment. Sections 164 and 165 cover license and insurance production. That's it. What this does is reframe everything we just saw. The stop itself was lawful from the outset. The confusion didn't come from legality, it came from communication. The driver wasn't wrong to ask questions. The officer wasn't wrong to stop him. But when legal authority meets confrontation instead of cooperation, friction is inevitable. This breakdown is exactly why understanding the basics can prevent these situations from spiraling.
This guy's ego won't let it go. Over.
Sorry,
Yes.
bud, you're currently known to us because you got arrested in December, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah. On you, whatever.
Don't worry, I'll edit it out. See you later, donut.
Nice day.
Yeah, fuck off, man.
I hope you have a
I hope you have.
exciting day.
Fucking loser. Yeah, fuck off, man, dickhead, man. Pulling me for no reason. Alright, that's going to conclude that. And yeah. Peace.